All right, everybody, welcome back to Movie Talks and Chill. We're your hosts. I'm Tony Serrato.
I'm Kevin Butts.
I'm Tofu.
Patrick. Tofu, Salisbury, and I'll be ribeye.
You had to be there for that joke.
Yes, I like the gravy.
Brought to you by Aldi.
2 for 1 special.
When you want the groceries, you want when you want them. So to Aldi. No, we're not sponsoring Aldi. Aldi's not sponsoring us.
Go to the good store.
So, anyway, in this episode, we decided to talk. By the time this episode airs, this is Labor Day weekend now. But by the time it airs, it'll be a couple days after Labor Day. But in honor of
a week after Labor Day.
Yes, actually, you're right. It will be a week after Labor Day. But in honor of when we're recording it, we decided for all the hardworking people out there, what better movie
Namely
to talk
us.
about? Yeah. What better a movie to talk about than Office Space?
Ah,
Such hardworking, dedicated folks in that film.
Yeah, who are so fed up with their bullshit that they robbed $300,000 from them.
Ended up being more than that, I think, if I remember correctly.
yeah, I think.
No, I thought it was only $300,000.
No, I want to say it was under $1 million, but it was like supposed to build up. The program was supposed to build up over time, like have the
It
extract
came up with
these-
that amount of money
Instantly.
within a week or something.
Yes.
I checked the bank account today, Peter, and it just keeps going up.
Well, I like that. That's one of the best lines in the movies when they find out about it, and he's like, I think I missed a decimal point. I always do that. He's like, there's just a little mundane detail. He's like, there's not a mundane detail, Michael. Well, what a good movie, Office Space. The story of Peter.
Mm-hmm. And Michael Bolton.
Yeah, Michael and Naina Jar.
It's not gonna be working here anymore.
So it's a story of them, and Peter's he's just burnout. They're all computer tech guys, software developers.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they were developers, but I do know there was a line in the movie like they're getting ready for the Y2K virus. So
Yeah, it came out in 1999.
Yeah.
So they were preparing for that.
Well, it wasn't a virus. It was just a glitch that they were worried about banking systems reverting back to like 1900.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't account for changing to 2.0.
Yeah.
So they had to rewrite all this coding and stuff and make sure there were no glitches. And Peter's just fed up. He's in an office job, and anybody who's worked in an office environment has experienced at least some portion of what happens in these movies, like the TPS reports, the 8 bosses that in between your big boss that all come over to tell you anytime you've done something wrong and to keep reminding you not to do it again over and over and over again, even after you agree and apologize and try to move on.
Take their kids to their dance recital, or
I will say Bill Lumbergh is played by Gary Cole, and he's one of my favorite actors from the show Veep. He is fantastic.
Veep.
It's what's for dinner.
Yep.
That's beef. you want
Not
to
veal.
meet the Vice President of the United States?
Don't worry about it.
Don't think about it too hard.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Yeah.
Different movie.
Shut up.
So, he's burnt out and he doesn't want to do what he does anymore. He wants to find some kind of joy. He thinks his girlfriend's cheating on him. And his neighbor, Lawrence, also thinks that too. I get that feeling too, man. Really? I don't know, man. It's just
something about him.
You get that feeling.
Who was played by Dietrich Bader from... I know him mainly from the Drew Carey Show because he was one of the best friends.
He used to do Whose Line Is It Anyway? Whose Line?
With Ryan Stiles, because they were both on that show.
Yep. And but he's done some odds and ends other stuff.
But he's done a whole lot of voice acting. He was in like Surf's Up. He was also in the remake of the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yep.
But
he was Jethro.
Yeah, he was Jethro.
He was also in Veep for a couple seasons. I love that show.
Well, he was in the Jane Silent Bob Strike Back movie. He was one of the security guards.
Oh yeah.
And then he returned in.
Come on, Keith Dugan. From Don't Tell Mom
Keith Coogan.
Keith Coogan.
A Keith Coogan classic.
From Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. The fishes are done, man. Classic.
But he does play that like side role, and I think he plays it well.
Oh yeah. He's definitely a very good actor. You just don't see him in a whole lot.
No, I think
is a
he's
shame.
happy with what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think, voice acting, you can make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like you have to sit in makeup chairs or, you know, wait for...
And I mean, he's got a good, like, deep voice because in that, in Surf's Up, which one of the movies I like him in is he plays the voice of the tank. Oh yeah, it's the tank. Tank needs fuel.
Well, he's got that. He basically has a similar voice from Lawrence then.
Yeah.
And, hey, Peter, man, check out this.
Well, because he's supposed to be a construction guy.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he's trying this manly man. So like one of my favorite lines in there is when they're asking about, hey, what would you do if you had $1
I was
million?
just thinking about that. 2 chicks at the same time.
His 2 chicks, but when he goes to Peter and he's like, I'd do nothing. He's like, well, you don't need $1 million to do that, buddy. Take a look at my cousin. He broke as hell. He don't do shit.
True. Well, and then when they're in the restaurant, tchotchkes, and then, the kid says, you got a case of the Mondays, and then he asks Lawrence, like, hey, Lawrence, let me ask you something, man. Does anybody ever ask you if you had a case of the Mondays? He's like, no, man. Shit, no.
Hell
I
no.
believe you get your ass kicked. You say something
Yeah.
like that. But it's just like his reaction shot. He's no.
Hell no.
like he's angry about it.
Hey, Peter, man. Turn on channel 13. It's breast exams. Can you just act for once like you can't hear each other through the wall and just come over? Okay, man. Then later when they're having problems with the website, it's like, hey, Carl, you want to come over? No, man. Well, what you fucking up my life?
Well, and also when they're discussing when they make the pact to actually do the robbery or steal the money from the system,
The
and he's like,
crime.
we got to say, right now it's just between us. Nobody else knows, and he's in the other apartment. He's like, don't worry, man, I won't say nothing either. And
Yeah,
he's
I ain't
like,
gonna say nothing.
what the hell is that? He's like, oh, he's cool, man.
He's
He
fine.
won't
He's
say
cool.
anything.
Yeah, he ain't gonna say nothing.
Oh man, but so
The unsung hero.
yes, Lawrence. So Peter, down and out, he goes and sees a hypnotherapist to basically just kind of make him relax and remove some of his distress in life.
Stress, yeah.
And the hypnotist puts him under, but then dies of a heart attack while he's under. So he
And
gets,
never comes out.
yeah. So he basically stays throughout the rest of the movie in this haze of carefree living,
Yes.
and the movie continues.
That wasn't the end.
No.
So a lot of stuff happens, but
That
I
was
just
the
want to
first
give
10
the
minutes.
give the quick gist of it.
Because damn, it feels good to be a
Gangster. But everybody in that show or that movie is, every character is unique. They got their own quirks. I found when I was thinking about doing this episode or talking about Office Space, I came across some very interesting facts of its origins and things behind the scenes
Okay.
that I thought would be fun to talk about. So
I know it's directed by Mike Judge, who created King of the Hill.
Beavis and Butthead first.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's what he's immediately famous
Beavis
for.
and Butthead was the birthplace of Hank Hill.
And
That's
also
true.
Silicon Valley.
I did not know that about it.
Yeah, he created Silicon Valley.
Man's a genius.
I mean, you can't really see the similarities between like Office Space and Silicon Valley in certain
Every
ways.
now
Yeah.
and again.
With like the quirky characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like his bigger comeback in
okay.
into doing when he did that show. But so a couple quick fun facts. The movie came out in 1999. During the 90s, I don't know if you remember MTV, which used to show videos and other stuff, which does not do it anymore.
It was music television.
Yes, but in the evenings,
MTV turns 40 this year, celebrating 12 years of music videos.
yeah. But when they were big with the music videos, they also started doing shows as well. But at night they would do like Beavis and Butthead kicked off. They did a bunch of other stuff. But there was a series called what's it called now? Not Adult Swim. Liquid Television.
Okay.
Liquid Television was basically just a series where they would collaborate and different creators would put short things on there, like shorts. And one of the shorts that was posted on there that played a few different times, in the series was called Office Space Milton.
Oh.
And so, and this is before Office Space came out. So Mike Judge, he basically, there was a guy he used to know or work with that was just like the Milton character. And he was so...
Have you seen my paper?
Yeah. He was so unique to Mike Judge. He's like, I just want to draw him as a cartoon and just make, show his life in the office. So he made these shorts about it. and Lumbergh would show up.
I would. There was. I said no thought on the margarita.
And you put thought on the margarita.
Could put strychnine in the guacamole.
Burn the building down.
Burn the resort down.
So that's how it started, though.
Write a scathing view to the Board of Tourism.
Well, the series went on, and it went to a few different multiple shorts with Milton, and it was always be about him getting moved back,
Further,
losing his
further.
office, his stapler getting taken, and it had a lot of stuff to do with that. So somebody really liked it and said, hey, this would be a fun movie or TV series, and he didn't want to do it as a TV series. Thought about the movie, and then the execs, when he kind of pitched it originally, they had seen it. And they said, let's do a movie about Milton. And Mike Judge did not want to do that. He's like, the beauty about Milton is you only see him in the office. You don't ever want to see him behind the sne's, what he's doing at home, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you don't want to delve into that, but just because you want to.
That's more of a creepy movie.
Yeah. But he's like, we kind of take the fun out of Milton, so to speak, even though Milton seems like the most unfun person ever at first glance. So he decided to pitch this series or this movie.
I don't think there's going to be enough cake for everybody.
Yeah, he does get the cake. And so that's kind of how it got started. And then he said, let's just do a comedy about an office building, call it Office Space. And that's
Did
kinda
Mike
where it
Judge
went.
do the original shorts?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I was saying. He took the likeness of this actual guy who reminded
I thought
him.
he was just watched it and loved it and made a
No,
movie
he's the
based
one
off
who
it.
created
Okay.
Office Space Milton because of a guy he worked with or knew. And so he just thought he was funny, and and the shorts are 2-3 minutes long. I mean, they're shorts. They're really shorts.
They're shorts.
Shorts. So anyway, so he decides, and they pitched it, and so yeah, they incorporated the Milton character, but the Lumbergh character existed in the short series, but all the rest of it was just kind of put together. He's like, well, let's make it about a guy, just what we talked about a guy who's kind of works in an office and just gets fed up. Everybody else who works there hates their job too, but they know it's a career and they get by and they make money, and that's what it is. Which is like the Naeem Najjar and Michael Bolton, and so it was kind of created through that.
Holy crap. The guy who played Milton was in Bicentennial Man.
Yeah. He was also in Dodgeball.
Yes, I remember Dodgeball.
And he had a hard time getting into the Milton character, they said, too. At first, it was like he was too... They just didn't buy it that he was just like a schlub kind of guy. He was coming off a little
Too
aggressive.
bubbly?
Well, too aggressive, or it could be a little bubbly, but he talked to him a couple times, and he's like, I don't think I can do this. I'm not finding the character, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, one day he just sat down, and he was like so disappointed in himself that he's like, he just sits down, shrugs his shoulders, puts his head down, and Mike Judge is like, that's it. And
There he is.
So he found him in that kind of experience. And
He had to defeat a man to find the character.
yep.
You know what works good, ladies and gentlemen? Just pure down disrespect.
Another
Just
couple,
utter defeat.
Hate can move mountains.
but we talked about the tchotchkes thing, the restaurant with all the flair. That's a big running
That's
joke
probably
with that.
my favorite part of the favorite joke. Of
So
the
it's based
movie.
off TGI Fridays.
Yes, I gathered that one.
And after Office Space came back out, people were talking about it so much that TGI Fridays removed their uniform style and their flair. And when he went into a TGI, because that's where he used to go all the time, that's where he got the idea for it. And he's like, what happened to the old uniforms? Like, oh, after this movie, Office Space came out, he's like, nobody would stop talking about it. We got rid of it because it was kind of almost like bad press for him.
There's no bad. All press.
Not bad press, but people knew that it was making a mockery of having to wear flair, and they're like,
Yeah.
TGI Fridays like, we kind of make these people do this too. So
It's like, oh, he's talking about us.
yep.
It's like when you walk by a table and you're not sure if they're talking about you, they are.
Mike Judge must have heard a manager talking to one of the waiters and be like, we need you to have more buttons. And okay, you're going in the movie.
Guess what? They're 9 to 5.
And I guess they had a special either box set or button set made for Office Space, like the flare buttons.
Oh, that's
and on the
cool.
front of the box was the kid character, the hyperactive employee, the real energetic one.
Okay.
Hey guys, how you doing? You want a smile of peanut poppers?
Oh yeah, that
Sounds
one.
like Case of the Mondays. And he actually tried to sue them because he never gave them the rights to use his likeness
Oh.
for products, and he ended up. I guess the judge ended up saying no, just drop the case.
Well, yeah. I mean, at that point, when you're in the movie, that's the release.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty sure he signed a release at some point.
Yeah, when you got your paycheck saying yes, that we're going to use, like, that'd be like Jennifer Aniston saying, no, you can't use me on the cover of Friends.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
no.
there are certain things. So when it comes to making merchandise, you actually do have to get the actor's approval and sign off on that.
Or pay them
Or
for
pay
them.
Yeah, but you still have to get that.
Yeah.
There has to be something where they understand that either this money or this paper I'm signing is so you can use my face and my likeness on toys and buttons.
I can guarantee you that's in every contract that they sign. Probably the worst contract deal that ever went through had been Scarlett Johansson and Disney for that Black Widow movie. And they just downright screwed her on
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh, they really did.
But they paid after the fact.
Yeah, because she took their asses to court.
I mean, what, would you not?
No, I would.
Like, oh, yeah, so I'm supposed to get something on the back end of this movie, and then you undercut it by doing streaming, which you don't pay out for.
Yeah.
You only get all the ad revenue for it when you put the shit in between the... Screw you,
Well-
Disney, sorry.
Well, what was it? Fox or Universal, who did the original Star Wars? They really fucked up by letting George Lucas keep all merchandising rights.
He didn't have all merchandise. He had all rights.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they kept the movie
No,
rights.
no.
They had no
They
faith in that
had
movie
they had
whatsoever.
rights to show the movie as the production company on Fox channels,
Oh, okay.
but he owned Star Wars all outright. The effects, the special effects studio, all of it.
Well, he
Lucasfilm.
created that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like he created it all
Yeah,
basically.
Digital Light Magics, Digital Light Sound and Magic.
Lucas Studios Art or Lucas Art Studios. Is that what it is?
Lucasfilms and then Lucas Animations.
Well, it originally was the Digital Arts and
Yeah.
Media or
That-
Lighting.
it was
and
all it was all under that one umbrella at the beginning because that's when they put all those video games out. Was still Lucas Studios, I think, is what it was called at the time.
When everything's Lucasfilms and.
Yeah, that's over the.
Well, it's Disney now.
But he just so when they were
See
doing
a
not
photo of
to
the mouse of the next Disney Star Wars movie.
not to sidetrack too much, but when they did that, like when they were making when he was making Star Wars and the whole team, they were creating special cameras. They were making equipment that had never been made before. So that's why he was able to
And those lighting
get
effects
those.
and everything.
Yeah,
hadn't
everything.
been- you know, you look at that. You look at the Last Starfighter, and then you look at Star Wars. Like the quality of it is like a night and day. Like
But the last
But they-
Starfighter is really good.
the story.
good
The story of the Last Starfighter is amazing. I love the Last Starfighter. All I'm saying is like the CGI that moved between there, like, and Star Wars came out before the Last Starfighter.
Yeah.
Like that's what's weird. Like, okay, wait a minute. Then you kind of get that feel of how like ahead of his time, like Lucas or like those engineers were.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
they weren't
creating
using. Lucasfilm was still using practical effects.
Exactly.
They weren't using computer generated
Right,
effects at the
right.
time.
I've seen the
Last
model of that
Starfighter,
trench
they were
run.
doing
Right.
that.
The model of that trench run with George Lucas is standing in
Yes.
the middle. That's insane.
Yes.
It's bigger than our apartments combined.
that. There will be signs if I ever win the lottery. 'Cause
Yeah. I checked all of
That
my
would be
Powerball
that would
tickets
be
this morning.
gracing all around my condo, start to finish, baby.
I checked my Powerball tickets this morning. I am not a billionaire.
Okay.
Dang it!
Well, oh well then.
You're taking us with you.
Yeah. What would you do with $1 billion?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that sounds about
If
right.
I had $1 billion.
So anyway, back to Office
Back
Space.
to
Back to
Office
Office Space. Yeah.
All practical effects in Office Space. Another thing is when they shot in Texas, that's where it was filmed because it's supposed to be where it's based out of is Austin, Dallas, Austin area. That wasn't a set. The whole office thing was not a set. That they actually found an old unused office building that had been previously owned because he said he wanted the realism to be so much like you could still smell the coffee stains in the rug. And he's like there was still it was worn. It was like this is where people actually worked like this. And so he's like the reactions from most of even the back the B actors, the behind the scenes actors and stuff and extras, just the misery look is because they're in this drab building in this office, and he's like, it really made everybody really feel like they were just stuck in an office. So it really brought out some realism. Mike Judge is a brilliant man. He knows how to bring it.
You know, he brought it.
Oh, he brought
Well,
it.
he's also the one who came up with the line, "They've been whacking off in my camper."
It's tool shed.
I thought it was camper.
It's
originally.
camper too.
Okay.
I think in the movie it's camper.
That's them two boys that's been a whacking in my tool shed. Never seen two boys do so dang much of whacking. That must be one of by God buzzard hawks. I pay my taxes. We know, Hank. We know.
We know. But yeah, so it's a lot of great quotes in that movie. I think.
Some more flair.
Yeah.
No, we want you to want more flair.
Yeah, we want
Some more
you
flair.
some more flair. There are those who wear about the bare minimum, and
Yeah. So if you want to wear the bare minimum, that's fine. We're just saying some people prefer to wear more.
do you want
So more then.
you want to express yourself? Yeah, I do. Well, okay, well, we want that. What the fuck?
Good talk, Joanna.
Yeah, good talk.
And they also wanted
I've
like
never
some.
worked in the service industry, but I swear to God, if I ever had a boss like that, I'd fucking clock it.
That's kind of how some of them are. I've worked in the service industry before, and yes, some of them are like that. I mean, I've never worked in a service where you had to wear flair.
Yeah.
I was more in the kitchen. It was more like waiting for me in the back. Which is why I love that movie so much.
No bacon on the salad.
Come to shenanigans.
Yeah.
Kyle works here. So, and he did also, the executives wanted some big names in there, but he felt when he came across Ron Livingston, he saw an audition tape, and he's like, this is the guy I want. He's like, because, you know, we've seen Ron Livingston in other movies. Mainly the first one I really remember seeing him in was Swingers.
Yeah.
But he does have that just kind of acting style. He's just there. I mean, he's a good actor. He's a good guy. He's good dry funny. Like,
Yeah.
he's the type of funny where it comes off like he's not meaning to be funny, but he is funny. Like the whole, you know, aren't you gonna be late for work? No. I was like, I'm not gonna go anymore.
Yeah.
What, to work? Yeah, I'm just not gonna go. Well, aren't they gonna fire you? I don't
Probably.
know.
I don't know.
I know I don't want to go there anymore. No, don't. What are you gonna do about paying bills? You know what? I never really liked paying bills. I don't think I'm
not
gonna do
gonna
that
do
either. And he's like, so what are you gonna do? He's like, I'm gonna go home and
I'm gonna
watch
watch
Kung
Kung
Fu. Would you like to watch Kung Fu with me?
I love Kung Fu.
Would you like to watch it? Yes.
Yes. Do we have to go now, or can we eat? We can eat first. Okay.
Okay. She just kept, okay. He's like Jedi mind tricked her on that one.
Yeah. Right.
He Jedi mind tricked Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
I saw online today, it was like this guy trying to work out, and it said, you know, I've read online it takes like bare minimum of 20 or like 25 days to create a routine. I said, that's bullshit. It took me 1 day of going on vacation, realized I didn't want to go back to work. It's like, I feel you, buddy. I feel you.
That's a true story. Well, that's why too. Jennifer Aniston, her part was bigger because they really didn't at the time. I mean, there some people that were kind of known, but not like big stars in there. Or they're bigger stars now, but not back then. And so they kept trying to push. He just liked the authenticity of all the people that he had chosen for the roles. So they did get Jennifer Aniston. And she wasn't even a huge star at that point. She was big with Friends.
Yeah.
But she was up and coming.
Yeah.
And so they said, at least if there's that, but he originally wrote that character for her to be a very small role. It wasn't even supposed to be like a love interest or anything. It was just a waitress, like a one interaction or two interactions when he went in the shop, and that was it. But then when they got her and they realized, you know, they said, well, she's an up and coming star, you know, we want more time. He basically had to kind of create more of a storyline for her. So they watched Kung Fu together.
Nice.
Oh.
And then started dating.
Yeah.
And then
Lumbergh fucked her.
he's having that dream. Peter, he's got the leg up on his shoulder.
What's happening?
What's
Oh, yeah,
happening?
there you go.
Just the coffee.
Yeah, he's got the coffee mug.
Yeah.
Gonna need those TPS reports.
Just like that. Peter.
And to this day, I don't know what a damn TPS report is, but I know I hate it already.
So apparently it is a real thing. I didn't
Yeah.
look up what it was, but he said, because he worked in Silicon Valley, that's where he got some of the ideas from too, which probably where he got the ideas for Silicon Valley as well from. But he did say there were things like the being reminded about the memos and TPS report. He's like, those were real things.
Didn't you get my memo?
The thing is, we're putting cover sheets on all the TPS reports now.
Yeah.
Yep, I got it right here. It's just I forgot it, and it won't happen again. Good. I'll make sure you get another copy of that memo. No, I got it right here.
Nope, I got the memo too. Yeah. I'll send that over to you. I'll interoffice it. I do remember it when I worked at Franklin. We had these interoffice envelopes that you could send, and you could even send it. You could put it in an interoffice and send it to somebody that worked in our California office too, because it would just basically get picked up by someone and taken down the mailroom. Because we still had when I started there in 2013, it still had an actual mail room. But we would send each other the joke that we played on each other was called a hoff. So it's basically when any chance you can get to make a person unknowingly look at a picture of David Hasselhoff. So we would interoffice each other this random picture of David Hasselhoff, and on the back of it we'd sign it, whoever got it. So we did one of our supervisors one time, and we put it in his laptop. Well, he never opened up his laptop, so it sat there for probably about a month. When he finally goes into a big meeting with the management crew and the director, opens it up, and there's David Hasselhoff sitting in his lap. Because all we would have to do is when you came in, you put it on the laptop stand, and it went on to the monitors that you had.
Yeah.
So you never had to actually open your laptop. I do on mine now because I use 3 screens anyway. But he would come in, sit it down, never open it up, just work off the screens. Come back, and it was just hilarious when we heard what happened in the meeting. It's like, who sent me this? It's like, dude, that's been in there like 2 months. We know you don't work at home.
Don't hassle the Hoff, man.
So, when I worked at a major company, I don't want to say the name, but there was this guy, and he hated the song "It's Friday" by Rebecca Black. He truly hated this song. It got to a point whenever we would IM him a YouTube link, he wouldn't open it just because he was afraid it was that song. So because of what we were doing, every now and again I would have to send him some actual work, but I figured out how to replace the link to what I needed him to watch with a YouTube link. So I was like, hey man, I need you to check this out and double check that, I got this right. He's like, okay. You could hear from across the office. Son of a bitch. And I was like, yep, it's Friday, dude.
You're welcome.
Yeah. We're going to need you to go ahead and come in on Saturday.
They did change my shift. I started working Tuesday through Saturday after that.
I wouldn't mind working in an office space if, Jigsaw was there.
Yeah.
What's it like working with Jigsaw? Not as fun as we thought it'd be. The cake has been bleached with 32 ounces of koala urine. One for every year of James' useless life. Hey, what did he say? He's eating the cake.
Your legs, Dan. Your legs have been chained together.
The keys have been destroyed. Can you synergize, Karen? Work as a team.
Or will you spend the 3rd weekend this month trapped in the office?
Yeah, we'll be trapped in the office for the 3rd time this month.
We're getting too distracted from Office Space.
It'd be different. It'd be different if it had a corporate theme. Hey, that's basically Office Space, just the horror version.
The horror version, yeah.
Because the way to get out is a cheese grater.
Yeah.
No, I've seen the horror version of Office Space, and it's an indie film I'll tell you about offline.
Oh dear Lord.
God.
It's actually good, but it's different. It's a horror version, yes.
Is that the one where there's like 2 teams of agents and they try to take? Okay, never mind.
That's Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I thought there was like one. There was like a CIA thing. It was like the office shuts down and they're only letting one team out and they've divided them. I don't. We'll search that.
It's not that one, I can tell you that.
It's not the one that I don't think that I know right now.
But it could be a thing. So I'm going to say TM copyright right now.
Trademark.
So what is your favorite part in Office Space?
I don't know if it's a single part, but I loved all the scenes with the consultants. They were just hilarious.
The Bobs.
Yeah. Especially since one of them is John C. McGinley, and I really like him as an actor. I think he's probably most well known as Dr. Cox on Scrubs.
Scrubs, yeah.
But I first remember him. He was one of the military people in The Rock. He was the major.
Yeah.
And I think he played that role really well because he's the one who brought in the special booby trap for the showers, and that's how they detected him so quickly. But every time he's like Peter's talking with the Bobs, he's like, "I don't care, Bob. Really don't. I work 8 hours for nothing. I don't care." He's like, "You don't care?"
What if we had this is hypothetical here?
What if there was a
Stock
profit option,
profit sharing, stock option
I
bonus
don't know.
plan.
It's like, that's the problem, Bob. It's like people work just hard enough to not get fired. Then where's the motivation? If I pump out a couple extra reports at the end of the day,
I don't see another
a
dime.
He's like, the company profits. So where's the motivation? So it looks like you've been missing an awful lot of work here lately. I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Bob.
Oh no, let me tell you, the pleasure's all on this side of the table right here.
Why don't you walk us through a typical day? Well, normally I'm about 15 minutes late. I use a side door so Lumbergh doesn't see me. Then I kind of sit down and turn on my computer and space out for about a half hour.
Whoa,
Space out?
space out?
Yeah, I just stare at my wall. It looks like I'm working, but I'm really not doing anything.
I do that for another
like
30, 40 minutes after lunch too.
It's like, I think in any given week, I only do about a couple hours actual real work. And he's like, what? Like,
Oh, yes, let me tell you something about some TPS
TPS.
reports.
Oh, yeah, when he gets into the montage thing. What else is he's like, Bob, do you know every time I mess up, there's 8 or
Yeah.
5? I think he said 5.
Well, that's what
There's
he was
5
like. It's
people
not that
to
I'm
tell.
unmotivated. It's just that I just don't care. Don't care.
Well, I like it when he's just like playing Tetris on his computer and Bill Lumbergh comes in. He's like, "I didn't know you were in the office today, Peter." It's like, "Yeah, the Bobs called me in." It's
So
like,
I wasn't aware of a meeting with him. Yeah, they called me at home.
Call me on the weekend. That's the best thing about that, because that's such a subtle line, but most people don't catch that when he says, "Yeah, they called me over the weekend." Because when he was not showing up for work, he was supposed to come in that Saturday, and he's sleeping in. He's like, Bill Lumbergh's calling him. He's like, "Peter, what's happening? Hey,
Just want to let you know it's not a half day.
doing a full day." So he's calling him on the weekend. He never answers. But then when he says to him, "Yeah, they called me over on the weekend." Oh.
"We'll go ahead and get this cleaned up."
Yeah,
for you.
well, don't worry, Peter. We'll get this cleaned up for you.
For reference, if you haven't seen it, it's because like 2 scenes before that, you could see Peter just unscrewing the walls of his cubicle so he can get a nice view out the
Yeah.
window.
And who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
I like the fish. He
What?
goes fishing and then cuts
Oh
the fish
yeah,
up and puts it in.
he guts it on the
Yeah.
TPS reports. Well, so like that was earlier on in the movie when Peter's trying to leave because he doesn't want to run into Lumbergh on the way out. Milton's calling him 3 desks across. It's like you used to have my desk over by the window, and I could see the squirrels, and they were married, and then okay, all right, yeah, thanks, Milton. All right, yeah, I gotta go. Bye. And he runs into Lumbergh anyway.
Peter, what's that? He like shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He wasn't there before, and he pops up. He's like, "Peter, what's happening?"
I'm gonna need you to come in on Saturday. We've had let a couple people go, so we now gotta play catch up.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So yeah.
Oh, I love the meeting. It's like, "Oh, this guy's useless, so we're gonna fire him." And like, yeah, that was like the engineer guy.
Oh, the liaison.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you do? He's like, I take the schematics from the customer to the engineer. Well, why couldn't they just bring it to the? Because the engineers can't deal with the customer. I have people skills. I'm a people person. What the hell is wrong with you people?
It's like, so you physically deliver it to
My
no,
assistant does.
but- or the facts.
What is it you'd say you actually do here?
I'm a people person. What is wrong with you?
And then when they make all their decisions and cutbacks,
Yeah, but they get to Milton, they're like, "Well, apparently he was fired like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Due to a glitch in the system, he kept getting paid. So we fixed the glitch. So we're firing him."
No.
Oh, no. We fixed the glitch.
he just won't be receiving a paycheck anymore.
Yeah.
These things tend to work themselves out naturally.
But then when he comes back and he tells Peter, he's like, gives him the promotion. He's like, "So you guys are firing Michael and Samir, and you're going to pay me more money?"
Yeah.
How does that sound, Pete? We're looking to have as many as 4 people working underneath you. Yes, so like, and they tells Michael, it's like, I can't believe it. You haven't even been showing up to the job, and they're giving you a promotion and a raise. Fuck. It's like, well, he's pitching that idea for the
When he
for
asked
the
about
virus.
the
And
for the
he's
virus,
He's like, he's like, well, what's stopping you? What do you mean what's stopping me? I've got a good job. I don't want to. Yeah, what if you didn't? He's like, fuck, man.
It's basically the plot of Superman 2.
Yeah, basically.
Three.
Yeah.
And some hackers tried it in the 80s.
What it does, it takes fractions of a penny. Nobody
Do a
notices
little
it.
rounding error. Well, instead of it rounding, this just takes those pennies and just puts it over here. You know?
I mean, who's going to miss 0.0000001% of a penny?
I think when he's talking, he's telling it to Jennifer Aniston because they're like, look, we can't tell anybody, guys. Wives, girlfriends, family, nothing. And then it cuts to the scene. So basically, it's a program. But he's like, you know, like when you go to the gas station and, you know, there's a penny jar over there. He goes, for the orphans? No, we're not stealing from orphans. It's to take a penny, leave. It's the pennies for everyone. We just take a penny from there and we just do it. Our pennies are smaller. We do it a couple million times.
So it's stealing.
It's like, so it's yours. So it's the money's not yours. Yes. And you're taking it. Also, yes. How's that not stealing?
You're clearly not getting
Yeah,
it.
he's like, let me explain it again. Like, stop trying to mansplain this. Just say yes, and we'll move on.
But with Milton, another fun fact is, you know, that stapler, the company, I can't remember.
The swing line.
Streamline.
Streamline.
So Streamline never made red staplers until after that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So they were trying to find. They thought that red meant like it was Milton's
It's
heart.
like
it was representing his heart, like because he loved the stapler so much.
Well,
so they
also
made it
not
one.
only that, it's also like making it like the Ferrari of staplers.
Yeah.
With cherry red.
Yeah. So they actually just they didn't have one, so they spray painted it cherry, fire engine red, whatever you want to call it. And then because of a bunch of fans,
Yeah, I
loved it
just
so
read
much
that
they wrote into
they started producing
Streamline and
the-
started producing it. So Office Space had a lot of influence
Yeah,
on
it
a lot
did.
of businesses, man.
Yeah.
Have you seen my stapler?
I was told that I did not receive my paycheck this week, so I was just. Well, I can't remember what department the other guy worked in, but when they were, he's the guy coming over telling him the story about the engineer who they fired, and he tried to kill himself.
Oh, the O-Face guy?
Yeah, he's like, it's like, you guys going over to his party this weekend? Better take that new chick from logistics. Show her my O face. Oh. You know what I'm saying.
I know it's not him, but that guy reminded me so much of Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah. I can see that, definitely.
Yeah, he's the one he told him that Lumbergh
Yeah, he's
lived
like,
with her.
he's like, oh man, she's been around, you know. just wrap it up. It's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, hell, Lumbergh fucked her.
Yeah. You mean John Lumbergh, the Initech guy, the young guy? When he finds out it's the wrong Lumbergh.
Yeah, it wasn't even the right Lumbergh.
All right, so little piece of history. As of 2018, because of Mike Judge's use of the term ass clown in the movie, it got added to Merriam-Webster's dictionary. And they cite him as like the creator of the term.
Which is ironic. So if there's a fun fact about that.
Can I read the...
You can? I didn't know you were going further.
Yeah, I've got the definition. I wanted to see what it said.
Oh.
A socially inept or stupid person.
So the thing I was going to say about it, that actually line was improv by the guy who played Michael.
Oh, really?
He improv that line. He said when he said Michael Bolton was that no talent ass clown, that was improv by him.
Oh, okay.
His last name's like Henderson. I can't remember what his first name is. The guy that actually played Michael Bolton character, not the singer.
Yeah, not the singer.
Well, you must love him even more since you guys share the same name.
David Herman.
Can't believe
David Herman.
Can't believe I told those fudge packers I like Michael Bolton.
You could just call me Mike.
Yeah, yeah, they're like, yeah.
So, what do you think is his favorite song? Do you like him? Yeah, he's all right. I do too. I celebrate the guy's entire collection. I am a Michael Bolton fan.
I also like what one lady is walking around the office. She's like, "Hi, Michael Bolton," and he just looks at the camera, has that face of disgust.
I love how they set up the characters really early on in the movie, especially when they're driving into traffic.
Yeah.
So you got Peter's constantly just changing lanes. Like every now and again, I'm guilty of doing this too. It's like I gotta get over there and stop. Fuck.
And, yep. And the car you were behind is further up than you.
Yep. And then you've got Michael Bolton. Well, first you got Samir. He's just like yelling in like
he's screaming
like his native language. He's just yelling at his dashboard. But then you've got Michael Bolton listening to like Coolio or something like that, and he's just like, dancing to this like hardcore rap song in his car, and then some like black homeless guy walks by and he just turns down the radio,
rolls his window up too.
Yeah, he rolls his window up.
and then when he gets out of earshot, he turns it back up.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
And the scene with the destroying of the fax machine,
That's my favorite scene.
that was the only direction he gave them. He's like, just pretend like this thing has ruined your life. And he told that, and he handed him a bat and says, go. Like, that's how they shot that scene.
I stole something. I think we all stole something, Peter. No, I stole something else. Just sitting out in the woods.
I like at the end where
Full on Goodfellas scene.
Well, I love when they're done kicking the shit out of this antiquated piece of technology. Michael just like they have to like pull him off of it, and he breaks away and he just starts punching it. And I was like, I wanted to like try and stop the movie at that exact time to see how bad his knuckles were bleeding after doing that, because you can't walk away from doing that unscathed.
All those like
Little
old
plastic
school,
part.
the old school soldered boards and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah,
Yep.
they still had like metal tips sticking out of them.
It's like PCS load letter.
They had to stop.
Yeah, what the fuck does that mean?
They had to stop filming for 2 months because his hand was in a cast.
Well, I also like when they were finally walking back to the car, he's carrying like the inner guts of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like some circuit board with wires.
Yeah.
And
I
he
think it
just-
was like the phone handle. And it was,
he's just carrying it with him. It's like, this is my trophy. It's my first kill.
yeah, he's now the fax machine serial killer.
Yeah.
Yes.
The fax machine Dexter. Let me look at the ink splatter.
This thing was low on toner.
But the movie goes on, and towards the end, once the virus doesn't work out the way they want it to, now he's got to figure out. They're trying to figure out a way to get out of it. So Peter does the noble thing, since it was his idea, and he wants to let Michael and Samir not have to worry about going to jail.
Well, actually, we're skipping over a pretty good little part right there with who's the Make 7 Up Yours guy? The guy from Evolution.
Oh, Orlando Jones.
Orlando Jones.
Yeah.
Where he shows up to the house as the encyclopedia salesman. Yes, folks, that's what they did back in the day.
Yeah.
Sales-
You had to buy books.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they were thick with two C's.
Before the internet.
Before Encyclopedia Encarta.
And
Yeah.
they had only individual letters for each one, so you had to buy the
Exactly.
entire
There's,
suit.
Yeah.
There's
you
a
had
great
the
episode
whole
of
frickin'
Friends
set.
involving the V-book.
Yes.
So anyway, he shows up and he's trying to sell the magazines or encyclopedias or whatever it is he's doing. And he was talking about I think he was talking about working at like one of the other tech companies that was local. He's like, man, look, I make twice as much selling these, walking around doing it, and work half as often. He's like, because he shows up, he's like, he says he was like a recovering
Crackhead or something.
yeah, he's like a criminal. He's like, I recently got out on probation, and I like to sell you these magazines.
Yeah.
And they set him down. It's like, look, man, it's just a story to help sell this stuff. It's like, you guys need to do this, and this, and that. And they're like, oh, well, you're not going to tell anyone that we told you about this program, right? It's like, well, and he like, they all buy like 2 years worth of everything he's got.
And that's when he decides he'll do the right thing.
Yeah.
And so, because they also discussed too.
Because that's when they find out they're like, asking him about, hey, what's jail like, and
And he's like, I hear they get he's like conjugal visits. He's like, I'm free, and I haven't had a conjugal visit in over 2 years. Yeah.
I don't think going to prison is going to change that.
Right. Well, then they asked the lawyer at the engineers party too. They're asking, it was like, white collar crime. It's a serious thing. So let me tell you, penitentiary is no joke.
Minimum security is no joke.
Yeah. He's like, I just had a guy go there. He said the best thing to do is the first day, whip somebody's ass or become someone's bitch. And they're like, I don't want to be someone's bitch, Michael.
Well, we also forgot too at the party. He has the great idea, the jump to conclusions mat.
Oh yeah, that
It's a mat with a bunch of conclusions
You
that
know,
you can jump to.
When you described it to me, I didn't really couldn't really take it in, but now
Well, because he told him it at the office at first, and he's like, you need to come up with a great idea, like the pet rock. You think the pet rock was a great idea? Yeah, the guy made $1 million, and he tells him the idea. He's like, that's the worst idea I've ever heard. And Naeem the Joe is like, yes, this is a terrible idea.
it's terrible. It is terrible.
fun fact, going back to the fax machine. Apparently, during the famous smashing of the fax machine, Peter never actually strikes it, so it's only the other two.
Yeah, you never see him actually
Yeah.
hit the
Yeah.
thing. He hands the bat because he's doing it for them.
Right.
Because he knows they're got the most frustration from it. Because you never really see Peter interact with the fax machine.
Well,
it's
his
always
is all-
Michael and Smear.
Yeah, his is always like the coding stuff because I
Yeah.
think they did something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't want to go to jail, but Peter knows now. He's like, well, if they're going to find this out, someone's going to go to jail. So, and he's like, he's in that so relaxed mode. He's like, I'm just going to do the right thing. He writes a letter with a check. Got like a cashier's check
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah, right.
Writes the letter,
Well,
leaves it
because
on
they
Lumbergh's
closed the
desk.
bank account out, and that's
Yeah.
how they got the money from it.
And so he's going to bring it, leaves it at, Lumbergh's desk underneath the door, and magically the next day the building burns down.
Well,
when
you're
you-
also forgetting when he shoves the money under it, he walks away, and then like 2 seconds later, he like,
see
slams
he's
into the
trying-
door to try to get to it.
Yeah. Well, because it's because the building's already on fire at that point.
No, because after he leaves,
Oh,
that's
no,
when
he had
Michael
no
comes
idea.
That's
in.
right. Yeah.
He just got last minute jitters and
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
trying to be like, shit, maybe I shouldn't do this.
Well, then also you see like 2 footprints under the door that walk over, and you don't know who that is
Yeah.
until the very end. But yeah, like they're showing up to work the next day. It's like, oh, the building's burned down. I could set the building on fire.
Well, and you see Milton in the background, and he just kind of walks
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, he's just walking and getting away.
You see him like kind of
They even-
strut a little faster as he's getting further
They
away.
even look at Milton and he's like,
And then the best part about that scene, though, is just the look of joy on Peter's face. Because it's not only like, hey, I'm not going to jail. Nobody found out about the money. But he's like, I don't have to come back to this place again.
yeah.
So it was just fun. And obviously, he goes and he starts at the end of it, he's working construction with Lawrence and Samir and Michael.
And they're cleaning up the site.
Yep, they're cleaning up the site. So he's like, yeah, fresh air, exercise. He's like, this is the life.
Fucking A.
Yeah. And then they come over, ask him if he wants to meet up for lunch, and Samir and Michael, and then they're like, hey, we got the job over at wherever, Inatrode or whatever
Yeah,
other
yeah.
company it was. Like,
Inatrode, I think it was.
We can get you a job there. He's like, I'm good here.
I'm good.
But that was the ending of it.
Yeah.
And then it kind of does the pan up and you see the joy. It's a good little story about maybe it's never too late for a career change. Maybe robbing the place that you work is not the best idea.
And then it cuts to Milton on a beach in
On an
somewhere
island,
in the
A
Caribbean.
non-extradition country.
Yeah, non-extradition country. Well, because even they were asking, they was like, "Hey, Peter, like, do you ever know what happened? Like, what happened to the money?" It's like, I don't know, man. It's like, I guess it all just went up with the building. And then it cuts back to, excuse me, senor. I said, I would like, no salt on the margarita.
And there are big grains
Big,
of salt.
big giant grains of salt. And it's like, okay, senor, thank you. And he rolls his eyes. He said,
I'll burn this resort down.
he said, I could write a scathing letter to the Board of Tourism. Yeah, put strychnine in the guacamole. That's my favorite one. Put strychnine in the guacamole.
So he's a lovable character, though.
Yeah.
He is.
But it all started from him.
That threatens to put strychnine in guacamole.
Yes. But it all started from Milton. And in one of the shorts, one of the series, I think it was called the one short episode with Milton was called Billable Hours. And it's Lumbergh comes over and he's like got a pile of just boxes and work and stuff. And he's like, hey, I got to get this work done in here. And Lumbergh comes over and he's like, Milton, what's happening? And he's like, looks like there's some overtime hours going on. He's like, yeah, we can't have that. We want to make sure. He's like, but I have to get the work done. And I've been working nonstop. He's like, no, we just need you to go and clock out. So that way, we
I
don't
found
want
3 of
to
them.
get in overtime here. And he's like, but if you could just at home get those numbers done, that would be great. He's just like, I gotta work from home. I don't have any. I'm not making any money doing work from home.
This is not where you're getting paid.
But in the shorts, his voice is a little. It's similar, but it's a little more.
I found 3 of them.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, they're 2-3 minutes long, so check them out there. But they're not really that funny, but you could definitely get the Milton feel from it and where he came up with the character.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to find these, I had to Google Liquid TV Office Space Milton, and then it tries to autocorrect to just Liquid Office Space. I was like, no. But I kept it at Liquid TV, and I hit videos, and the top 3 were what you were talking about.
Did you mean Liquid Office Space? No!
Not Liquid Office Space.
I was just trying to look at pictures of bridges. Look at that giant black hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Office Space, great movie. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's a cult classic. It
bombed in the theaters.
Yeah.
It didn't become popular until it hit.
Like
This is still
DVDs.
back when VHS was still around too. DVD was like
I bought the DVD of it.
Well, DVDs were starting to come out then, but VHS was still rocking strong because it was in the beginning of DVD, so there wasn't a lot of movies out, in that format. But yeah, the VHS, the DVD sales, replaying it on regular television made it a cult classic, and it just made it more and more popular. Because unfortunately, like I said, with Mike Judge, that was I think one of his first like live action movies. I'm not talking about like Beavis and Butthead Do America, that was a cartoon, but he was more known for animation and stuff.
Gotcha. I was reading the trivia, and I did run across one that said he thinks that he hated the marketing campaign for it,
Yes.
especially the poster, and he thinks that's why that didn't help. But I think he blames a lot of it on the poster, the failure.
And that came a lot from the executive. He actually battled a lot with the executives on most of the things in that because
That and Idiocracy. Like probably the 2 worst handled marketing campaigns for movies.
I didn't even know Idiocracy was in the theaters until much later.
Because it didn't go by that name.
Oh, really?
They marketed it as some other name.
Oh.
Yeah. And it had like showings like kind of like, when Doug they released their movie, they had like special like theaters, and then from there they were like, well, we're not getting any traction from this. It's like, you're not even telling the story about the movie.
and even the trailer for Office Space really wasn't that enticing.
It was not. You look at it now, it's not.
And I know the entire plot.
In a world where a man works
Hates
in a
his job.
cubicle. Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah, what's happening? This guy. That girl. Hi.
And flair.
Yeah. 30 pieces of flair.
If you just want to do the bare minimum,
The bare minimum she
which
did.
is fine.
Yeah, that Bob Ross looking motherfucker. Tall Bob Ross, too.
He did look like a guy that would manage a place like that.
Yeah.
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 And like he was happy that was his career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got that little bit of power.
It's like what's his name as the manager of Shenanigans and Waiting.
Oh, yeah.
Management has its privileges. We could just go over there and eat for free. I can bring my manager card.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Super Troopers. Like, hey, Farva, what's that place you like with all the goofy shit on the wall? You mean Shenanigans?
Oh! Put those away.
Next person who says that.
Next person who says shenanigans, I'm going to pistol whip. Hey, Farva.
But definitely solid movie.
Oh, definitely.
Cult classic. Still holds up to this day, even since 1999. Because what hasn't gone well, unfortunately, after the pandemic, a lot of office type work has gone away.
No, it's making a big comeback.
Well, it's
now.
coming back now, but there was a time where a lot of companies actually had got rid of their buildings, got rid of their leases because they just felt that, hey, at-home productivity, which probably makes a lot less people want to steal from their company.
Yeah, Allstate. I have a friend that works there. He's kind of high up, and yeah, they like sold their whole. Like you have the actual like insurance buildings you can go into, but like their corporate offices all gone. Everybody works from home.
Nice.
Yeah, they just figured, what's with the overhead? We're still getting the same productivity without having to pay for electricity, a lease.
And all the ones who didn't probably have like 10 or 15-year leases that they can't break.
Or they're like another company I used to work for. I'm not going to say the name now, but they have their own buildings.
Yeah.
And so
they were trying to sell before the pandemic.
Well, but no one wants them. Like,
no.
You're trying to sell something that you don't want and nobody else wants. Like, what are you gonna give it away? I mean,
I'll take it.
To be honest, that would be probably a better tax write-off for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going back to the 20s, right? Yeah. We talk like this.
I wish we would. That was a great time.
You were negative 25.
It doesn't matter. Negative 25.
You were born in... No, you were negative 35.
Do your math.
I'm trying to remember what year you were born in.
Doesn't matter. Add 35 to 20. What is that? 1950?
Yeah.
You think I was born in 1950? Note to self to everybody: never ask him anything about mathematics of any kind.
Always calculate your own tips.
Yes.
With Patrick.
Yes.
Yeah, I know the trick. You move the decimal point and then double it.
No, that's not always the trick. Wow. Anyways, that was Office Space, ladies and gentlemen.
And Tony is 93.
Hey, I look actually really good then. I'll take it.
You look great for 93.
Let's do some jumping jacks. Get the heart pumping. But no, guys, we are about out of time. But just want to say again, thank you so much for joining us talking Office Space. Don't let anybody take your stapler.
Never let them take your stapler.
And if your boss ever says they fixed the glitch with your paycheck, you might want to double check your.
Yeah, go walk over to accounting immediately.
Update your resume.
Yes. But it is belated, but we'll say happy belated Labor Day.
Yes.
Since it will be passed by that time. But we're recording right beforehand. So, anyway, until next time for Movie Talks and Chill, we're your hosts. I am Tony Serrato.
I am Kevin Butts.
I am Patrick Wall.
All right, guys, take care.
Oh.